Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. On play action, it's Wentz. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
6 yards left on second down. Now Wentz. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They run with Patterson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. It's Patterson, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Patterson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gano's kick is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal. And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Mike 46. All day, baby, all day.
First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Play action. It's Kaepernick. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
2nd and 16.
Let's go, D. Check it out, read.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Flushed out right. That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Got his target, Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
He may go back to the huddle and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to lead me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. On 1st down, it's Patterson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones,
They'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Logan Thomas experienced a breakout season last year at the age of 29. Converted from playing quarterback, he finished 3rd among tight ends with 72 catches, and it certainly looks like his future is awfully bright.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Wentz's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Patterson on the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down.
even better decision.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take them?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Wentz.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season.
And Washington has taken the lead.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now a play fake. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for New York. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down, it's Gibson. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On play action, Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Thomas brings it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Kaepernick. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 4. A handoff for Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now Kaepernick. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
2nd down and 4.
Here's Wentz to throw.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Wentz again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Back near his goal line. Here's Kaepernick. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, Kaepernick slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the night.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Slide for the PAT.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw caught by Tony.
A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Third and long, it's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Going deep downfield for Ross. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's Kaepernick.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. Kaepernick now on first down, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a play fake. Kaepernick to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes in.
And a Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat, his second sack of the night. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10, it's Gibson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, 91, 91. Check Mike 21. Watch the pass. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21. Check the pass.
Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.